of La Penta. This is WICR.
Hello, Iona College. Welcome back to the WICR Morning Show. I am your host with the most, Jersey Joe, coming with my main partner in crime, Mr. Armand Medeo. Armand, it is great to be with you this morning.
It is great to have the guest with the least on the show.
You know what, Armand? I like it when, you and I, the dynamic duo, it's kind of like MJ and Scottie Pippen, we put the team on our back.
I was going for more of Batman Robin.
Hell, we're going to get into Batman later in the show, so we will get to Batman eventually. But, Armand, we got a lot of stuff on the slate. You and I, we love to do the entertainment thing on this Wednesday show. So what do you want to do? You want to do serious news first? You want to let people wake up to some nice stuff in the entertainment news? You tell me. You're the man.
Let's get all the harsh stuff out right now.
All right, let's get the harsh stuff out of the way. Well, then, last night, while I was enjoying just a phenomenal baseball game, probably the best baseball game I've watched all year, the wild card game between the Royals and Athletics, this news was just blowing up all over the place, and Ebola has just taken the news by storm from the summer on. I mean, you combine that with ISIS, the world right now is not a very safe place to be. And
a guy in Dallas got it, right? A guy
in Texas, yep, the first case of Ebola in the United States has been confirmed in Texas, and Armand, I gotta say, I think people maybe are going to make as big a deal at this, but I'm kind of scared.
I'm kind of scared, too. I was wondering if this could lead to a zombie apocalypse one day.
Well, the thing I always think of is, remember, we talked about a couple shows ago, World War Z, where... and there was there was a really good line in that movie where one of the doctor scientist guys, when they were going to try to find a cure, said, Mother Nature is the ultimate killer. I mean, there's one enemy.
There's no stopping her.
Exactly. There's one enemy that there's sometimes we just can't do anything about it, and Mother Nature is that we can prevent it to an extent, but Mother Nature is just an enemy that sometimes you just can't beat.
Until she comes across Jersey Joe and Mr. Armand.
We'll do what it takes. We'll step up to the plate. Like I said, MJ, Scottie Pippen, Batman, Robin, we've got all of those traits.
Bert and Ernie. It can go on. The list goes on.
I was going to use a Godzilla comparison because he says a similar line. The error of man is thinking that nature is in its control and not the other way around. But I went with the World War Z one for you.
Listen, I'm going to go with Terminator. The future is not set.
Exactly. But I don't know, Armand, are you more confident that, obviously in Africa it spreads more because they don't have the hospitals,
they don't have all the
resources we have. Having it here, it's bad.
A little scary.
It's bad no matter where it is because you don't want to play around with a disease. But I think when it's a place like in America where we can kind of quarantine, we can give you the better medical services. Are you more confident here that it can be stopped than in Africa?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like you said, we have all the resources. We have all the manpower to stop it. We have some of the best health practitioners in the world, all the best doctors. So, we should be able to stop it.
Yeah.
But I heard that there are, all the people he's made contact with in the last 4 days.
That's the scary
thing. They
thing.
have, I don't know if it's the government or whoever, they're going out to, sort of kidnap all of his family and bring him in to quarantine them.
Well, look,
all of his friends, all of his coworkers.
That's the scary thing about this, right? Is when you find out about it, it's like, well, who did this guy go into contact with you to find all those people? But what if those people got in contact with people?
They probably do.
It's just like
how are they gonna? I don't see how.
It's scary, and I don't know. I remember the first time I was reading about this late last semester, and I was like, okay, this seems pretty bad. And then you kept on monitoring the news, and it kept getting progressively worser and worse. And now we're at a point where it's reached our borders.
It has.
And
it's come swiftly.
It has. And the thing I've seen is the way it started out, there's been no stopping. It's just continually trended upwards more and more and more and more, and now it's finally on our borders.
I'll tell you a story. A couple weeks ago, I went to Webster Hall on the weekend, right? And it was late at night. We just came out of Webster Hall. I was actually with Anthony Carlo.
The main man?
The cuz. So we were just...
Sports just cuz.
Anthony was sick. He had, because he had gotten the flu, the vaccine for the flu virus. And, when you get the flu shot, they sort of inject you with the flu. So he was sick, and then all of a sudden, you know the real halal guys on the street?
The who?
The halal guys?
Not really.
The guys that sell the, you know what I'm talking about? The guys that sell the chicken and all of that.
Oh, okay.
The little shish kebabs.
Yeah.
So I was starving. So I purchased one of these things at 3 o'clock in the morning, and one of the girls that we were with, she was joking around with me that I'm gonna get the Ebola virus, and I didn't sleep that night.
It's scary. It is.
You know, that stuff probably comes over from, like, God knows where that food comes from.
I don't know. Was it good quality?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was very nervy.
Jeez. Shouldn't that? You see, that's generally a good rule of thumb. Don't order chicken off the street at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, generally a good rule of thumb. So stay away from that.
I had this weird taste in my mouth the whole night.
Jeez.
I thought I was gonna die.
Armand,
I prayed a lot that night.
I'm worried about you, Armand. I'm worried about you.
But it's 3 weeks. I think I would have.
Yeah, I think you're okay.
Yeah, I think I beat it.
It's 3 weeks. If it was a 1 week window, I'd be worried, but I think you're good now.
All right.
So let's move on from Ebola. We've kind of put that to rest. Yeah, definitely worry about it for a little bit, but hopefully things will get better. Let's go now to the movie front, Armand. You and I, we love Liam Neeson. We love us some Liam Neeson. We love his role in Taken.
Did you see the new Liam Neeson movie? It's out right now. We gotta go see it, Joe.
No, I do want to see it though.
I don't know what it's called. My sister saw it. She said it was great.
Oh, she did. Awesome. But I don't know if you saw the trailer the other day. Taken 3. I didn't watch the trailer yet, but there is a Taken 3 coming. Now, based on Taken 2, what do you think?
Wait, had Taken 2 end again? I forget.
Well.
Oh, that's the one where they kidnap the mother, right?
Yeah, the mother. They try to get his daughter.
The daughter becomes like James Bond.
Pretty much, yeah.
She's throwing grenades on top of roof buildings.
He talks her through it, and she comes to the rescue. I
mean, they sort of, they went for a reach in the second one, a different storyline and whatnot. But how did you said you saw the preview or you didn't see it?
I didn't watch it yet, no.
I was trying to see what the storyline is. What's the plot?
But see, the thing I'm kind of like, the first Taken...
I think they're going to run out of storylines eventually.
Here's what I'm worried about with Taken. Like, I think the first Taken, we agree. I mean, awesome movie. It was so good. But I think it was one of those ones where you're like, could you see a sequel coming from it?
Yeah, I mean, how many times can you get taken?
I mean, exactly. I think the thing that they did was...
Protect yourself.
I don't... You'd think you'd learn after the
first
time.
Board up the doors.
You'd think you'd learn.
Go into hibernating.
Taken 1, I think, did so well, and they didn't expect it to do as well as they did, so they were like, okay, let's make a sequel.
Yeah.
Sequel was kind of disappointing.
It wasn't...
But I knew it wasn't going to be as good as Taken. So
it's one of those movies, like, you need to call it a quit.
It was, yeah. Like,
after the first time, you can't make sequels to a movie like that, especially when the storyline's so thin and there's not that much that can lead on to.
And now they're making Taken 3. So, I don't know.
Wait, Liam's back, right?
Oh, yeah,
okay,
I think
so maybe I'll see it if Liam's back.
I'm still going to see it.
I mean, we'll see it, but...
Hopefully it'll be better than 2, but I don't know.
Joe, we gotta go see Annabelle.
No way.
That will put you to sleep for a couple days.
For people on the morning show who don't know, I can't watch scary movies, folks.
Only zombies.
Only zombie movies. I won't sleep for weeks. I won't do it. Annabelle, I see these pictures popping up on Twitter, on Instagram. I can't do it. I don't like... Armand, how can you watch that?
I'm going to dress up as Annabelle and I'm going to haunt you.
Oh, man. Now, she's from what? She's
from The Conjuring.
Did you see
that? Movie. Yeah, it's probably one of the best horror movies I've seen in the last couple of years.
Now, here's the thing. I've read from a lot of people that, that disturbed their sleeping patterns, how scary. Was it the scariest movie you ever saw?
No, it wasn't that scary. I mean, it was just a couple sudden moments that came out and leaped out at you. Like when the mother's going downstairs and all the lights shut off and everything, and she's trying to go up the stairs and the door just slams out of nowhere, and you just hear like these clap. And it's, I forget what the little creature thing says, the little ghost, I don't know what it says. But it like mocks her.
Now, Armand, are these like Casper the Friendly Ghost?
No, these are more like, I'm trying to think of a mean ghost name. But anyway, they're not very nice ghosts.
See, here's the thing. I like my ghosts like Casper.
Yes,
I like my
so
ghosts
does most people.
Like Ghostbusters, Why can't we just enjoy the nice, friendly ghosts, I don't need to be scared. I like my sleep. I don't sleep too much, so I need it when I get it. And if I watch that movie,
Until they become like Hazazel. You ever seen the movie Denzel Washington?
No, what movie is it called?
It came out in the late 90s.
It's a scary one?
It's not. It's like the demonic spirit latches onto people and it kills everyone that sort of discovers it.
Jeez.
And its name is Azazel. It comes from like the Book of Revelations or whatever.
Wow.
He's a servant of the devil.
Wow. Yeah, see, I don't... The only thing that
It's so funny. Throughout the movie, all the guy says is "Time is on my side." You ever heard that song?
So is Denzel Washington the good guy?
Yeah, he's the good guy. He's the only one that discovers it, and no one believes him.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is
It actually sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, watch it.
It sounds more like, is it more action-y than
No.
like scary? Okay, so it is like, it's a scary movie.
No, it's not that scary, bro.
Okay.
It's sort of funny scary.
Sort of funny scary? Okay. I don't know, maybe I was, every time when you started talking about Denzel, I got excited because,
Denzel. Did you see The Equalizer?
did not see it. Was it good?
I didn't see it yet.
I've heard good things about it.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. We got some movies to catch up to. We got
I haven't been to movies in a while.
Have not been to the movies in a while.
I retired from the movie game.
But you know how we always say when we're talking movies pop up, there's always those movies that when they're on TV, no matter what you're doing, if it's on, you tune it in.
Yeah, well, Godzilla is not one of them.
I'm not gonna talk about Godzilla right now.
So when Godzilla comes on, you fry the tape.
Maybe later in the show.
You incinerate it.
No. That is just false. And see, we're having a good conversation, and now you got to bring me down talking about my man Godzilla.
Did you see Winter Soldier yet?
I did.
What you think?
I enjoyed it. It was good.
I thought it was very good.
It was
What's the name of the guy? Remember we forgot his name on one of the other shows, and we couldn't. His partner.
It was Bucky.
Bucky, I said Falcon.
He's obviously.
I wasn't close.
He's obviously the Winter Soldier in this, but his name was Bucky. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed the first one, but the second one I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean the second one felt like it had more action.
It did, and I really liked the way they set it up. The next one, at the end of it with Hydra and stuff like that. But it was just overall, I enjoyed it. You'll be proud of me, Armand. I saw it. I've caught up on some movies I've been meaning to watch for a while. I got to see Captain America the other day. I saw Lone Survivor.
I've never seen that. I'm very surprised I've never seen that, because you're still on the bucket list.
You're a Mark Wahlberg guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
There you go. Mark Wahlberg, really, I love Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg, talk about an actor who can do anything, bro. He can be action-packed, he can be comedic, he's got everything. He's got all the tools in the kid, bro.
Look, I didn't see Ted, but everybody loved him in that. You got him,
Brewskis.
you got him in like Lone Survivor. He did it in Transformers. He could do anything, honestly.
He can. I think Transformers isn't it getting released soon?
Today. It got released yesterday. Now, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
See, I brought that up.
I thought that Transformers movie, the action and the special effects now was the best I've ever seen in all of them.
See, this is why I love doing the show with you, Armand, because you and I, we see things eye to eye. I completely agree with you. I brought this up, tried to have a cool conversation about Transformers on Monday, got shot down. It was not good.
Listen, not everyone has a creative mind like me and you, Joe.
Exactly. You and I, we're, like I keep on saying, folks, Jordan and Pippen, we just
Who's Jordan? You're Jordan?
We can share this. We can share it. Every
One day I'm Jordan, the other day you're Jordan.
Yeah, we'll switch on and off sometimes. But I loved it.
Why can't we be Vincent T-Mac in Toronto?
Well, I mean, they don't have as good. You and I, we're bringing the results to the table.
All right, fine. So
VC?
we're LeBron and Wade. I'll be Wade.
There you go. There you go.
Or should we say LeBron and Kyrie now?
Ooh. We could do LeBron. Could we do?
I have fine with Kyrie.
See, I would say Kobe and Shaq maybe, but we get along.
Kobe and Shaq are a little
they hated each
dysfunctional
other.
relationship.
We get along with each other, but I loved the Transformers movie, the new one. Like you keep on saying, like I loved Galvatron. I loved the act. It was a little long. Some people complained it was too long.
If anything, that's better.
Exactly. I want more.
I want 5 hours next time.
I'll take 5. Hey, Michael Bay, if he wants to make it 5 hours, I'm in.
Nah, yeah. I mean, the most movies go is like 3 hours at tops.
I think the longest I sat in the theater one time. Did you see the newer King Kong?
Yeah, that was pretty long.
That was one of the longer
So was Titanic,
movies.
but that Titanic did not transition well at all. I mean,
I haven't seen
boring.
Titanic, and I'm not really going out of my
movie.
I'm not really going out of my way to watch Titanic. So, but I enjoyed Transformers a lot. Obviously, the selling point for me, the Dinobots. Come on. You got Grimlock in there.
Grimlock is the man.
You got Swoop in there. Man, I
don't know the rest of their names. I know Grimlock.
Well, like I say all the time, my brother is a huge Transformers guy, so I know all the names from watching it with him.
What about the new girl? I mean, do you think she was as pretty as Megan Fox?
I don't know. I mean,
she's pretty.
Here's the thing, like, I was kind of disappointed in the acting from everybody except Mark Wahlberg. Like, her and the race car driver guy with the, like, really bad translation from Australian to American accent.
Oh, no, the best girl ever on Transformers had been in the last one before this one. The Victoria's Secret model.
She was good she was a good actor, yeah. Her and I mean everybody hates on Shia LaBeouf. I kind of liked him in his role in the Transformers.
Yeah,
series.
I think Shia LaBeouf played it perfectly well.
He was.
Transformers.
I just miss kind of I don't know. I was hard seeing how they would.
Who's John Turturro, man? Who wasn't in this one? You know who John Turturro is, right?
The
Sector 7.
Yeah, Sector 7 guy. I love him. So good. He's so funny in those movies. But that's the weird
Step away with your little Taco Bell dog.
I was worried about this movie initially because I was like, man, they're making this a continuation of the last 3. How is that going to work?
I didn't like how they killed off Ratchet.
Yeah, at the beginning of the movie, I was like, man,
horrible.
you're putting
I
me...
starved. I was teary-eyed.
I was too. That was sad. The funniest part, though, for me was, forget the bad guy's name in that movie. He was the guy with the big collector ship and stuff like that.
He was so cool.
He was so cool.
I like his dogs.
That part where they find Optimus hiding in the beginning. In the barn, and there's those little kids playing the Little League game, and then he just climbs up the water tower, and they're all like, I was like, that was funny. That was really good. I loved it. I loved it. In the end fight scene, man, we could probably go on the rest of the show just talking Transformers. But, we've got to go into other things. And Armand, I feel bad because last week, you had a lot of nice stuff prepared, and we didn't get to it because I had to dispel some stuff about Derek Jeter, which took up a lot more time than I wanted to. But, so I want to get into that now. Last week, I know you wanted to talk about...
I lost my list.
Our favorite... It's fine, though, because I only want you to give me one. Your favorite character. I mean, this is the guy, like, it could be from a TV show, it could be from a movie, it could be from anything. Like, this is your go-to character. It's the guy, I mean, you see some of yourself in this guy, but, I mean, if you just want to turn something on and watch it, this is your go-to guy.
Come on, man. Indiana Jones.
You know what?
I am Indy, alright? You give me a whip, you give me a hat, I'm going on an archaeological dig, alright?
There you go. And you know what, too? We had a talk on the morning show on Monday about how nobody liked Indiana Jones but me.
Or James Bond. I mean, those are two...
I could see you definitely pulling off the James Bond. You're definitely James Bond. Are you the Daniel Craig James Bond? Or
I'm more like the Pierce Brosnan.
Okay, there you go. There you go. I did like the Daniel Craig James Bond movies,
I do.
You can't beat the classics. You just can't.
He's a little bit more meaner than me.
Yeah. See, for me, I was going to say Indiana Jones is part of mine, but if I had to go, though, I would say Indiana Jones would be 2 to 1.5, but number 1 for me is, like we said earlier in the show, the Caped Crusader, Batman. I don't know what it is.
Joe, I can see you as Batman. No, I can see more as a Robin.
Well, I don't know. Here's the thing, like...
You got that Robin build.
Nightwing or Robin? Because here's the thing.
Maybe Flash.
So I got no beef with Barry Allen. Barry Allen's a good guy.
Barry Allen's a good guy.
Barry Allen is the show The Flash. Oh my God! Next Tuesday, Flash and then Arrow. Good stuff. But
what about Mike Larry from Bad Boys?
I was surprised. I thought you were either gonna say that.
But he doesn't really relate to me.
Yeah, or you were gonna say.
Once you said relate, I was like, ah.
I thought you were gonna say that, or you gonna. Well, you could say like that is like.
That's my dream character.
That's your dream character. You are Indiana Jones, which look, that's pretty good. And then I don't know. I like Batman. I love reading the Batman. He's just such a complicated character. Like I watched a documentary on kind of the mentality of Batman. I mean, the psychoanalysis stuff of him is just crazy.
He's a dark man.
He is like, I don't know. Like you see, a lot of superheroes kind of have like that thing where they come from a rich background, and then something happens to them, they lose somebody.
Comes from a conflicting background.
But the thing about him is like. Like there's so many quotes like in the Batman comics where it's just like it fuels like there's nothing else that matters to him in his life. This is a guy who's just got wealth on top of wealth on top of wealth. And one of the most iconic Batman scenes I ever remember from a comic is he's sitting there in a board meeting, obviously for Wayne Enterprises, which I believe he's supposed to run.
Wait, is this from the movies? Or
this is from one of the comics, but it's kind of like in the movies they portray it well. And the night comes out, and all you see is everybody's talking in this big board meeting, and his chair is just turned to the outside, and he's just looking outside, waiting for the dark to come out, because that is the only thing that revolves in his world, is he's just trying to find that vengeance. I just think his character, his psyche, is so interesting, is so complicated. I love it. I love Batman, my man. Love those movies.
Yeah.
But I gotta go back. I want to go back to Indiana Jones. I forgot to ask you this. What's your favorite one? Is it the first one? The third one, probably not the second one.
No, Temple of Doom is probably one of the... Actually, no, the last one ever made was probably the worst.
See, the way I rank them for myself is the first one, the third one, Temple of Doom, and then
yeah, that's exactly what
Lost
I would say.
Ark. Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is number 1. John, I hate snakes!
But, oh, man, I have kind of a phobia of snakes. I don't know what
so maybe
it is.
you're indie.
Snakes really give me the creeps, so... I don't
Snakes,
know.
Annabelle, who else?
I got a lot of rules.
Godzilla enlightens you.
Oh, Godzilla is Godzilla and Batman. If I could if I could relate to Godzilla, I don't know.
Start roaring into the mic.
That's the thing is you can't pull off that just so iconic. I can't wait. Did you know they're making a second Godzilla?
You don't say that, Joe.
Did you know they are?
No.
The first one did so well.
Should I put that down on my calendar?
Look, I've had it in my calendar since the moment I found out about it last summer.
Date of the calendar.
But I think the cool thing is they're gonna add more monsters to this one. I think they're adding.
So maybe I'll go with moral support.
Do you know who's the three-headed?
Oh, Hydra.
guy?
No, is it Hydra?
It's something like that. Is it Gamora?
Gamora. I have no clue.
It's Gamora. I got Ian Sachs in the control room giving me the authentication.
It's Kuroda.
It is Hiroki Kuroda.
Hiroki Kuroda.
King Gamora. I think it's the Mothra guy. But the cool thing is, I think
that bad bird thing's coming back.
The moth.
What's the? What would you
I don't know.
say?
You've never seen the old ones, because
I did, but
Mothra's like a.
That was way back in the day.
I think
That
it's
was
a
when I was
giant.
5.
It's literally what it sounds like. It's a giant like moth type thing.
Who wants to watch a moth?
But here's the thing. It's Godzilla. Mothra. If you like, I don't know.
Obviously, Godzilla's gonna mess up a moth. I'll mess up a moth.
What I've heard, I don't know if this is true, is maybe Godzilla and Mothra are going to team up with each other to take on Gamora and then probably throw in another one.
Godzilla don't need no teammates.
He doesn't need teammates. I mean,
He's the Mello of the basketball court.
But he's more efficient than Melo, and he plays both ends of the floor.
Godzilla does. He plays defense and offense.
He does what needs to be done. You can't be a one-way monster stopper, folks. Godzilla plays both ends of the protection spear. He defends. He attacks. He's got all the intangibles you would want in a monster defending.
That is why he's the real MVP.
He's the real MVP, folks. LeBron.
With Kevin Durant.
He pretty much is LeBron.
No,
LeBron.
Kevin Durant.
KD, come on. Well, we'll get into some basketball. I want to talk to you about some Kobe news we had coming out. That's going to do it for our first segment. Stay tuned with us, and we will be right back talking a little Nintendo with their 125th anniversary, talking some Kobe Bryant, getting more into sports.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe, the man, knocking down the shots. Thank you for tuning in, and stay with us.
WICR, Iona College Radio.